Hello students, today I will talk about enzyme inhibition. Enzyme inhibitors are molecules that interfere with catalysis, slowing or halting enzymatic reactions. Enzyme inhibitors are among the most important pharmaceutical agents known. For example, aspirin or acetyl salicylate exerts its effect by inhibiting the enzyme that catalyzes the first step in the synthesis of prostaglandins. So prostaglandins are not synthesized, which decreases the inflammation. The study of enzyme inhibitors also has provided valuable information about the enzyme mechanisms and has helped define some metabolic pathways. Classes of inhibition. Enzyme inhibition can be broadly divided into reversible inhibition and irreversible inhibition. Reversible inhibition can be divided into competitive inhibition, uncompetitive inhibition, mixed inhibition, and non-competitive inhibition. Irreversible inhibition can be inhibition by enzyme poisons, suicide inhibition, and inhibition by transition state analogues. Competitive inhibition. Competitive inhibitor competes with the substrate for the active site of an enzyme. It occupies the active site and prevents binding of the substrate to the enzyme. They are structurally similar to the substrate and combine with the enzyme to form an enzyme inhibitor complex or EI complex, but without leading to catalysis. This diagram shows that the inhibitor molecule structurally resembles the substrate molecule, so it binds to the active site of the enzyme, thus inhibiting the enzyme. So the inhibitor binds with enzyme to form enzyme inhibitor complex, and the rate constant is Ki. The Michaelis-Menten equation will be V naught equals to Vmax into S divided by alpha into Km plus S, where alpha equals to 1 plus I by Ki and Ki equals to E into I divided by Ei. Because the inhibitor binds reversibly to the enzyme, the competition can be biased to favor the substrate simply by adding more substrate. When substrate concentration far exceeds the inhibitor concentration, the probability that an inhibitor molecule will bind to the enzyme is minimized and the reaction exhibits a normal Vmax. However, the substrate concentration at which V0 equals to half Vmax, the apparent Km increases in the presence of inhibitor by the factor alpha. This is the double reciprocal plot for competitive inhibition, where 1 by V0 is plotted against 1 by S. The x-intercept gives us the value of Km. Alpha equals to 1 means there is no inhibitor. When we gradually increase the concentration of the inhibitor, the value of alpha also increases and the value of 1 by Km decreases. So the value of Km will increase. So Km is increased and the y-intercept value remains the same. So the Vmax will be same. It is unchanged. In other words, we can get the same Vmax when we increase the substrate concentration, which will overcome the competition between the substrate and the inhibitor. So since Km is nothing but the concentration of substrate at half of the Vmax, so Km is increased and Vmax is unchanged. This is the list of some competitive inhibitors of enzymes utilized as drugs for therapeutic use. The drug sulfonamide inhibits the enzyme terroid synthase in bacteria used in bacterial infection. It inhibits the DNA synthesis in bacteria. The drugs emmetopterin and aminopterin inhibits the enzyme dihydrofolate reductase in cancer cells used in cancer. The drug trimethoprim inhibits the enzyme dihydrofolate reductase in bacteria used in bacterial infection. Pyrimethamine inhibits the enzyme dihydrofolate reductase used in malaria. Dicumarol and warfarin, which act as vitamin K antagonists, inhibits the enzyme 2,3-epoxide reductase used as an anticoagulant for the treatment of coagulative disorders. The drug succinylcholine inhibits the enzyme acetylcholine esterase used as a muscle relaxant. Drug neostigmine inhibits the enzyme acetylcholine esterase used in the treatment of myasthenia gravis. Alpha-methyl dopa inhibits dopa decarboxylase used in the treatment of myasthenia gravis and hypertension. Lovastatin inhibits HMG coenzyme reductase, acts as a cholesterol lowering agent. Ephedrine and amphetamine inhibits monoamine oxidase, which prolong the action of pressure amines used as anaerobic and alter sleep rhythm. The drug acyclovir inhibits DNA polymerase used as antiviral. 6-mercaptopurine inhibits adenylosuccinate synthetase. 5-fluorouracil thiamidylate synthetase. Azathioprine inhibits phosphoribosyl amidotransferase. Cytosine arabinocyte inhibits DNA polymerase, and all these drugs are used as anti-cancer agent. Uncompetitive inhibition. In practice, it is observed only with enzymes having two or more substrates. An uncompetitive inhibitor binds at a site distinct from the substrate active site only to the enzyme-substrate complex. This diagram shows that the inhibitor binds only to the enzyme-substrate complex after the substrate binds to the enzyme at a defined site other than the active site. The Michaelis-Menten equation will be V naught equals to Vmax into S divided by Km plus alpha dash into S, where alpha dash equals to 1 plus I by Ki dash and Ki dash equals to Es into I divided by ESI. This is the double reciprocal plot for uncompetitive inhibition, where 1 by V naught is plotted against 1 by S. Both X and Y intercept changes, so both Km and Vmax changes in uncompetitive inhibition. This graph is alpha dash equals to 1, that is, there is no inhibitor, and this is the original Km. As the inhibitor concentration increases, the 1 by Km also increases, so the Km will be decreased, and 1 by Vmax increases, so the Vmax will be decreased. Examples of uncompetitive inhibition are inhibition of succinyl coenzyme synthase by inorganic phosphate in prokaryotes. Herbicide glyphosate, also known as Roundup, is an inhibitor of an enzyme in the biosynthesis of aromatic amino acids. Mixed inhibition. In mixed inhibition, inhibitor binds at a site distinct from the substrate active site, but it binds to either enzyme or enzyme substrate complex. In this picture, we can see inhibitor binds to both enzyme and enzyme substrate complex to a site other than the active site. The Michaelis-Menten equation will be V naught equals to Vmax into S divided by alpha into Km plus alpha dash into S. This is the double reciprocal plot for mixed inhibition, where 1 by V naught is plotted against 1 by S. Here both the X and Y intercept changes, so the Km and Vmax changes in mixed inhibition. This is the graph for no inhibitor, and when we increase the concentration of the inhibitor, the 1 by Km is decreased, so the Km will be increased. 1 by Vmax is increased, so the Vmax will be decreased. In a special case of mixed inhibition, if the value of alpha is equal to alpha dash, then that is known as non-competitive inhibition. Examples of non-competitive inhibitor. Ferrochilidase is inhibited by lead. Insecticide like malathion inhibits acetylcholinesterase. Heavy metal ions like silver, lead, mercury can non-competitively inhibit by binding with SH group of enzyme. L-threonine dehydratase is inhibited by L-isoleucine. Irreversible inhibition. The irreversible inhibitors bind covalently with enzyme or destroy a functional group on an enzyme that is essential for enzyme's activity, or form a particularly stable non-covalent association, or they may poison enzymes. Irreversible inhibition is a useful tool for studying reaction mechanisms. Enzyme poisons. A variety of enzyme poisons bind covalently and irreversibly with the reactive group present in the catalytic component of the active site. Because of formation of covalent bond, the enzyme activity is permanently inhibited. The inhibitor does not occupy the active site physically and binds to a different domain of the enzyme molecule. Example of enzyme poison is diisopropyl fluorophosphate, which is an inhibitor of enzymes containing serine hydroxyl group in the catalytic site, such as chymotrypsin, acetylcholinesterase, etc. Arsenic acts as a poison against the enzyme glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. It forms the compound 1-arseno-3-phosphoglycerate. Suicide inhibitors. They are relatively non-reactive until they bind to the active site of a specific enzyme. They undergo the first few chemical steps of the normal enzymatic reaction, but instead of being transformed into the normal product, the inactivator is converted to a very reactive compound that combines irreversibly with the enzyme. These compounds are also called mechanism-based inactivators. Suicide inhibitors play a significant role in rational drug design. A well-designed suicide inactivator is specific for a single enzyme and is unreactive until it is within the enzyme's active site. So drugs based on this approach can offer the important advantage of fewer side effects in comparison to others. An important example of suicide inhibitor is allopurinol, which is an inhibitor of xanthine oxidase enzyme and is a substrate analog of hypoxanthine. Xanthine oxidase normally converts hypoxanthine to xanthine and xanthine to uric acid. But in presence of allopurinol, it converts allopurinol to a more potent compound, alloxanthine, which irreversibly binds with xanthine oxidase, inhibiting the enzyme activity. It is used in the treatment of gout. So the function of xanthine oxidase is to convert hypoxanthine into xanthine and xanthine into uric acid. But in the presence of the drug allopurinol, it converts allopurinol into a compound known as alloxanthine, which binds irreversibly with xanthine oxidase and stops the reaction and prevents formation of uric acid. So it is used in the treatment of gout where there is hyperuricemia. Transition state analogs. They resemble transition state of a reaction. They bind to an enzyme more tightly than does the substrate. Anti-HIV drugs called protease inhibitors were designed in part as tight-binding transition state analog. This is in a nutshell about enzyme inhibition. Thank you for your patient hearing.